Okay, guys, good evening. Really sorry. I was asked to wait for some time. My name is Amit Tyagi. And yeah, it might sound like Prem Chopra, but I can only promise you that the characteristics remain the same. I'm on the page of Factella, and I would like to thank two people for sure, Miss Neha Kala and Mrs. Preeti Tyagi, for giving me the opportunity to speak today. Neha Kala because she owns the Fact Teller, and I think it's a great opportunity for me to come on a page and talk about happiness. Preeti Tyagi because she's the owner of the house that I'm sitting in, and she's given me the permission to speak. Why am I not visible? My logo is visible. The logo is called Tyagi Talks, and Tyagi Talks is nothing but how to get happiness in life. And the reason that my logo right now is visible and is not my face because मुंह दिखाई भी तो लेनी होती है दोस्तों. थोड़ा वेट करो, सब्र का फल हमेशा मीठा होता है. So I think it's extremely important to go back and launch yourself. So I'm waiting for the right opportunity to go back and launch myself. Neha Kala is helping me do this. So once again, Neha, thanks so much. What is the session today? And what does the session today talk about? It talks about happiness. And really want to know, what do people think? What do people realize? What is happiness? Is laughing happiness? Is smiling happiness? Is helping others happiness? What is happiness? What is happiness according to people? I think it's true in all sense. Laughing is happiness, of course. Smiling is happiness, of course. Helping others gives you joy is happiness. But the real happiness is when the happiness comes from within. You just need to love what you're doing. And how do you react in situations? Now, let me tell you a very funny story. And now, this is very personal. But the reason I want to start with this is it's ourselves who decide between humor and anger. You have a situation where you can fall into both the traps. You can get extremely vivid, you can get extremely upset, and at the same time, you can create a very humorous situation out of the entire thing. I have named this entire episode as Mandakini in Kerala. Though, guys, it's extremely funny, and I'm the main hero in this. But let me tell you, and let me narrate the entire thing to you as a story. We were on a trip to Kerala. This was a 10-day trip. And the reason I'm again telling you the story is you to realize that happiness comes from within. It is us ourselves to realize how happy are we. So we were on a 10-day trip to Kerala, enjoying the scenic beauty of Munnar, to Tekadi, to the backwaters, to Kumakaran, and of course the beaches, and then back to Delhi. We reached our destination and we were traveling, and it was a long travel from the hills to the plains. In between, of course, are the spice farms, the amazing scenarios, a lot of lush green. When we reached the hotel where we were, I had to go and check in. While we were checking in into the hotel, it was extremely done very well. My wife and children were standing outside near the waiting area while I was doing the check-in to the hotel. While I was doing the check-in, there are two things that I realized, and I was looking at the elephants, of course, they're throwing the water down, and the extremely taste that the hotelier had to do up the place. Suddenly, my wife called out and said, "Suno." And of course, when your wife has traveled with you for a long distance and she says, "Suno," all your ears get set up. I looked at her and she said, "Can you just come for a minute?" Not realizing what is going to come in my way, I started walking towards her. And within a minute, down splash, I was in a pool. I was stomach deep. The reason that I'm getting a little confused is there's a lot of distance between my waist and stomach. So I just went in, not realizing of what I'm seeing. I saw the entire staff. I saw the entire hotelier sitting, looking right in front of me, staring at me. And I was very amazed. And when I looked down, I said, I'm standing in a pool. I couldn't have been more hilarious than that. And on top, and to top things up, guys, I was wearing a white linen pant that got stuck on. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know, should I come out the same way? I don't know, people were just shouted Hanuman or something. Or should I wait? The hotel guys are giving me a towel and it's a tug of war. I'm trying to pull the towel towards myself, he's trying to pull me out. Finally, I got a towel that I wrapped around my waist and I realized the bad situation that I was. But at that time, I was extremely vivid and upset. I said, what do I do right now? I walk out and I put up a big smile on my face. I could have reacted very adversely of shouting and screaming on people. But wherever I was walking, there were two gentlemen with me. One with a wiper cleaning the water, I had sports shoes. And the second, while cleaning the floor. It was such hilarious. The entire staff was laughing. The entire hoteliers, the guests, everybody seemed to come out and have a laugh. And at the time when I started smiling with them, I realized that how easily a situation can change from a very good situation to something really good. I really had a lot of fun, guys. And the reason that I shared this with you today is it's us to decide how do we get happiness in our life. I was once doing a function where I went to a university and I was doing a session with the postgraduate students. I asked one of them, how do you spell relief? Everybody gave me the right answer. It starts with an R and ends with a F. But I stood up and I said, relief is spelled as Happiness. It's happiness that is the real meaning of relief. But to my utter surprise and to the laugh out of the entire crowd, this young lady stands up almost from the second last seat and says, for me, it is Divorce. I just looked at her. I didn't know what to do. It's a glance of a stare. Or should I look at the teachers who were sitting there? But the entire room burst out into huge laughter. Guys, once again, you just realize the situation. People create humor. And why is that humor? Why is happiness required? Let me give you some facts about happiness, guys. Laughing makes your brain work better. It improves memory, blood pressure, and it improves hormones. Be careful. I think the same thing is done by drugs. Drugs at the cost of your health, drugs at the cost of your money, and drugs temporary. But happiness, laugh, is free. It stays a lifelong, and it is addictive. People people want to spend time with people who are happy. They're making people laugh. And I don't want to be your addiction or your thrill or your adrenaline levels that say, Amit. But I want you guys to laugh, get into a good mood, get into a better mood. When you laugh, you succeed. And when you succeed, your entire house succeeds. When you laugh and imbibe stress-free situations, your family learns the right values. I'll give you some very, very good examples which are one-liners. And why are these one-liners required? These one-liners are required for us to realize that there's extremely good world outside. I'm saying just for smile, guys, just to ensure that we all realize what happiness really gets. When I start to sing, my wife always goes out of the room and does some gardening to be seen outside. I think, why does she do this? She does this so her neighbors can see that there's no damage, there's no domestic violence happening at home. Second, for people who think women are weak, try pulling the blanket back on your side during a winter night and see that how wrong you are. The next to this is, I came across an extremely good saying once, and I didn't realize I was just stunned to see what are they trying to say. But the time I realized, I was down on the floor, just jumping up and down, thinking, wow, what humor. It read as, it's been a tough week. I bought a memory foam mattress and now it's trying to blackmail me. I sincerely didn't understand what it wanted to tell the customer at once. But when I realized, I said, whoever has done it has used extremely good humor. And it instantly brought smiles to everybody that I was seeing reading that ad. One more that read that a person goes to a dentist, the dentist looks at him and says, you need a crown. The patient, really hugs the doctor and says, finally somebody who understands me. So, few things that you can add. Guys, every day matters. Just get up every day in the morning and say, I'm the best. And I love what I'm doing. I'm 100% sure nobody can ruin your day. I'm going to ask some questions, and of course, guys can come and send me requests, send me your questions, send me anything. I will come back to what is my mail ID for you guys to interact with me. But understand what is the difference between waking up and getting up. Waking up is nothing, but when you get up or when you're trying to get up and you press the snooze button on your mobile alarm, that snooze gives you that time, and the time between your waking up and you getting off the bed is getting up. So guys, what I'm trying to relate and what I'm trying to think here is life always gives you two chances. Life presses the snooze button once for you. It's you to realize, get up, stay calm, think, smile, and move on. When you see and do this, your life really changes because it's given you a second chance. Everybody gets a second chance. Get up and just go out. And the guys who succeed are the guys who put a smile on their face. What happens when a guy smiles? You cannot think anything negative. There are only positive thoughts that come to your mind. And what does positive thoughts do? Positive thoughts leaves you with ideas. Positive thoughts tells you what are the steps ahead. They let you move on. Right? There are too many things that I can speak, and of course, I do a lot of sessions where I cover 10 people how positive attitude can take them to the next level and how important it is. People have different aspects. Let me give you another example of being this thing. Most of us must have seen the movie Three Idiots. There's a dialogue, friend fail hota hai to bura lagta hai. And the guys are really sitting on the step, very dejected, thinking their friend has failed. But when they realize he's come first, or bhi bura lagta hai. So that's how life is. We're always skeptical on the longer car. We're always skeptical on the high paycheck. We're always skeptical of what do we do. But guys, it's extremely important for us to go with a heartfelt thanks and move on. The time that we do this, the world will be a better place. COVID-19 has brought immense changes. Let's forget the way business has got impacted because of COVID. Of course, I'm doing sessions where I talk to people on businesses, how to take it to the next level, what are the important things for them to do. I'm not going to speak anything about it right now. Right now, we're just going to think what are the positive things that COVID has done to us and the reasons that I'm saying this. I, have gone and done sessions for people, for business people, a lot of entrepreneurs that are struggling, people whose salaries have got cut down, the students to see brighter side. But right now, what COVID has got us? First, understanding the family better. Guys, are we happy staying with a family? Not everybody, because people are thinking business, but it's got the family together. It's got the family much better. Helps you build genuine relationship. I think what has happened really well with me personally, I've built a huge, great rapport with my children. I've realized their likes and dislikes. Otherwise, I think I would have been far away from the truth. So, second thing that COVID has got done is help us build genuine relationship. Entire lifestyle changes. To practice better hygiene is the third thing that COVID-19 has done. You remember your childhood, guys, just go back. People who have been here for 36, 40, 45 years. Our Nana, Nani used to tell us, chappal bahar utar ke aana, हाथ धो के खाना खाना, गरम खाना खाना, बाहर से आओ तो मुंह हाथ धो के आना, सब्जी धो के रखना. The lifestyle changes, hygiene has come back. People are doing the same thing right now. Has the clock reversed? No. But look at what I've said. The entire lifestyle changes to practice better hygiene has come back. Innovations to stay connected and help each other. I've seen doctors seeing patients online. I work with a doctor very, very closely. The doctor's name is Dr. Tyagi. He's one of the leading diabetologists. And he says a very good thing, which I want to tell you, all of you guys. He says to build immunity. And guys, you guys should imbibe this. To build immunity, the guy should be happy. The person should be really, really happy. When you're happy, your immune system is strong. No bacteria, no virus can harm it to the extent of what it's harming right now. Such a lovely statement by such a great doctor is when you're happy, when you're smiling, your immunity is to the next level. Another session is a new wave of tools and software. Extremely important, guys. Remote working towards mainstream. Who thought that we'll start speaking on the net? Who said that Facebook Live will be one of the fashion statements? Webinars will be the in thing. I'm not saying that the main sessions of a trainer will go away. That will remain. The time that we fight COVID, till the time we get an antidote, till the time we get a medicine and people are not injected and people are not happy being out, I'm saying this is going to be mainstream. Meditation, helping hands in the household. You really get to know now how tough job your wife used to do. It was very easy for us to be in office and think, what are they doing? But when you're sitting at home, you realize that it's a 24/7 and a tough job. Helping others, guys. I've seen so many people come out, give money, cook food, make packets, go out and distribute, try to find cheaper masks, sanitizers to give people. I think we really need to applaud each other the many, many number of times. The guys who are fighting for us, I think it's a fantastic human chain that we guys have formed. And why have we done this? Because we're happy in our heart. We want to do it. We get really pleased by doing this. Lastly, what COVID has taught us, we have learned forgiveness. We have become more patient and not taking life and Mother Earth for granted. We realize how important it is for us to go back and treat them with respect, to go back and look at it in a much better way. So, guys, the reason that I was talking to you all this was to make you guys understand that when people are happy, how much fun that they create, how much additional thoughts that come to the mind. Now let's see how we can stay happy with some examples. And guys, I was traveling, I think, from here to somewhere, and I heard this fantastic piece of ad or this bakra that comes on 93.5. I'm not sure which FM channel this is on. But I think it's a great ad. And it put me to splits. And let me tell you what that ad spoke about. It said, the phone rings and the gentleman picks up and says, "Hi, I'm calling from XXXX Investments. We have some amazing plan for your business. Would you be interested?" He answers, "क्या यार, ये कोई time है call करने का? What are you guys doing?" मेरी तो फटी पड़ी हुई है. फटी पड़ी हुई has become a statement. Anybody that you see uses this line. The person thanks him for the call and gives him a number 98 dash 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 and says this is the number for Chotu Darji, and he stitches everything up. It really put me to splits here. I said the guy is on a FM channel trying to make a bakra of somebody, and the way he speaks and the way he does it comes out extremely so well. Now coming back to where I was and how to get happiness in everything that we do. We all talk about emotional breakdowns. We talk about businesses not doing well. We talk about hypertension. We talk about anxiety. We talk about depression. What is all this? Why is it created? Are we not content to what we have? What is it that we are looking at? I will give you some small tips of how to take this and how to, deal with such emotional breakdowns. Emotional breakdowns can happen in a relationship. Emotional breakdowns can happen in a business. It can happen in a household. It can happen between husband and wife. It can happen between brothers and sisters. It can happen between people with extramarital affairs, whatever. An emotional breakdown is जिस पे बीतती है उसी को पता चलता है. दिमाग बंद हो गया है, अंदर तक खत्म हो चुका हूं, पेन हावी हो जाता है. What? क्या करें? Do not run away from this. Please do not run away from this. You have to set the bar to the next level, guys. You have to go back and see how much can you bear. The guys who lose out, lose out. Think, at this instance, if Steve Jobs would have just gone back and thought, will somebody buy my phone? Will somebody go back and think, I'm very shy, will my phone work? We would have never had an iPhone. So don't get it to the next limit. How many tests and trials happened before the iPhone really came? iPhone is a fashion statement right now. Sorry guys, I'm not trying to disgrace any other phone, but holding an iPhone, people say, oh, 11, 10, 9, X, XS. There's so many models, and with the 3-camera phones, people are flaunting it across. Think if this guy would have got emotional breakdown saying, I can't do it, my phone can't get launched, give it time. Look for alternatives. How do you look for alternatives? Speak with people. Which people do you speak with? The people that you communicate daily. The people that you go back and share things with. Go back with a smile and say, guys, what do I do? The same thing happens for depression and anxiety. It's become a norm. If you go to any student also, it is not depressed too. What are you depressed of, yeah? And what is depression? Depression is nothing but changes of 3 things in a person: his body, his mind, and his intellect. You remember the dialogue of the movie Munna Bhai MBBS? The chemical locha, dimag ka chemical locha. Depression and anxiety is nothing else but this. I think just look at it. Your body is feeling weak. You go to the doctor. Your mind tells the doctor, body बहुत weak है, दर्द हो रहा है. Doctor अपनी दवाई लिख देता है. Are you feeling it the same way, guys? Doctor has done his job. Doctor will really not realize what he's doing because he's given you the medicine or what you told him. But use your intellect and see. When you're happy, and the reason that I'm telling you this, when you're happy, your mind, your body, and your intellect work in sync. Your body doesn't want to give up the day you're happy. It wants to do more and more and finish a lot of other stuff. Your mind is working with you while your intellect is helping you reach the next level. So I'm just telling you various other things that you can do together. And motivation is not on videos. Motivation is not on people speaking. Motivation should come from within. There are a lot of habits. People talk about winning habits of winners. People talk about top leaders' winning habits. I will tell you the habits of happy people. And the guys who are happy will believe me with every statement that I make here, because happy people practice this day in, day out, and they make the others also realize the same thing. Happy people try to look at ways or try ways to win. They do not have words like impossible, lose in their life. They just don't like it, because if they lose, their face comes down. And a happy person who's always been happy, fighting the situation, you can easily make out that the guy is sad. He doesn't want his appearance to be like this. They believe victory is a product of struggle and pain. I can give you so many examples of people who thought that victory is an example of struggle and pain. C.V. Raman, Einstein, Newton, they've gone through a lot of pain to come here. They ask themselves how badly they want to succeed with long-term plans. That is what a happy person does. They sing their own song. You'll find a lot of happy guys standing on the road and just start dancing without anything. They're singing their own song. It's making them happy. They love everything that they do. They love the earth that they're walking on. They love the air that they are breathing. They just want to do nothing but create that love across and create the scenarios. They travel the distance without any signboards, and they master the art of creating and making people happy. I will give you another small, very, very small thing of how people make others happy. There was this birthday party, and this birthday party was for a corporate head. He had called various guys to sing songs. So he made a very small request and said that everybody will sing songs to me in their language of where their country that they belong to. So the Americans and the English had the very simplest thing to do. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. While the Chinese went foo 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 fa. South Koreans and everybody had the same tune. Happy birthday tune across the world is the same. It goes la 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 la. And there comes the Indian. Very, very happy, and that I have got something original and starts bar bar duniye aaye. Oh Lord, yeah. When the world across has one tune for happy birthday, where are the guys? We copy every other tune. What happened here? Why are we so separate? But you understand and realize something? How good it is for us to go back and sing this song because it stands out. Second, how are the things that we spread happiness? You'll find every place, you'll find in your neighborhood, you'll find in your people that you work with, a lot of things where people make happy. I heard a very good statement that a stand-up comedian said the other day while I was watching it. He said, my mother loved champi and she used to do so much of champi to my hair. And the guy really had lovely hair. He said, my mother did so much of champi to my hair and she put so much of oil in my hair that if I didn't stop her, I would have been the nearest competitor to Oman and I would have started supplying oil. I'm saying, look at that statement. It brought such a smile to the entire audience. And these are the people who change the appearance, they change behaviors, and they change attitudes of people. So, guys, being happy is your choice. Happiness is your choice. Nobody can come and drive happiness through you. So that is why control your body, your mind, and your intellect. You'll see the difference that comes to you. I will though not take more time, last 5 minutes, and then I will give the mail ID to people who want to ask me questions. But we all have our highs and lows, guys. We all do things. We can't be happy all the time. Somebody asked me a question while I was doing a training about happiness. They said, being happy all the time, is it a myth? I said, no. Being happy all the time is not a myth. But you can't stand up to your teacher when you failed a subject and she's coming, calling you to the class and says, you're the lowest. You can't go to her and say, it creates a bad impression. So being happy all the time is not a myth. But finding ways to get out of the situation is your intellect. I keep coming back to them, and every time. Let's quickly look at people. And I'm saying there's so many guys that I know who have got up from situations like this and taken this to the next level. Now, they're everywhere. They have carried on their life. They have created situations where these guys have really cared for themselves and they have walked up. Look at yourself. I'll give you examples. When you guys are small, and as a childhood guy in the 9th month, 10th month, when we started to walk, we used to walk, fall down. But as soon as we used to fall down, we used to look at people around us, put a smile and start walking. Look at small children. They laugh for no reason. That keeps them most bubbly and happy because they're laughing for no reason. That makes them do so many good gestures that elders like us follow because we just love them. We want to become like them, but we don't. There's something stopping us. Break that barrier, guys. Just do like a small kid. Go and laugh out. You're on a bicycle, you fall down. When you fall down, people laugh at you. It's an instinct. Just get up, wipe off the dirt, and start laughing and ride the bike back. We've done that so many times. So once again, guys, say this out loudly. I am the best, and nobody and nothing can make me unhappy from today. And believe me, nobody will get you unhappy from today. Just sit down and get up. My last part that I want to speak to you guys. Suppose this is the last day on earth. I know that I'm going to die tomorrow. What do I want to do? I'm going to go back and do everything that I can for my family because I know I'm going to die tomorrow. I know I can't do anything else. I'm going to see the finances and see the maximum that I can do. Give them my passwords, give them my bank balances, give them my insurances. Tell them, boss, when I'm gone, this will work out. The second thing, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go across and ensure everybody whom I meet, I only get them to laugh that day. Because I know tomorrow when I'm dead, they're going to remember me saying that, wow, he was a fantastic person. He made everybody smile every time he got out on the street. Guys, practice this. I think it's a mantra not only to move to the next level, but to defeat every negative thought that comes across to you. Think today is your last day on earth and move to the next level. Go back and fight with them. My last lines before I leave for the day. Remember everybody dies, but only a few to live with, where you go back and speak about them. An achiever will never go back and say, I'm an achiever. But the person standing next to him will always introduce him, saying, do you know this gentleman does this? So be an achiever, guys. Leave all the negative thoughts. You can reach out to me at Amit Tyagi 18, that is AMIT TYAGI 18 @iCloud.com for any questions that you have. I'll be more than happy to answer this. The reason that I spent this time today was to tell you guys that happiness not only gets you to the next level, it gets your family to the next level. It imbibes values. You look at right ways to defeat the problem and reach a solution. So, guys, stay happy, stay extremely blessed. And thank you, Neha, once again. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. You'll hear a lot from me. And Tyagi talks from the logo to the face. Give me a month or two and I should be out. Though I'm not extremely good looking, but I'm not that bad either. Bye, guys. Have a great evening. Thank you.